Hello, hello, and welcome to another episode of the Latin
Latin
Voices.
voices.
Oh, yeah, this one wasn't for that one, but anyways, it's okay. We can include it from now on. Welcome everyone, and happy and blessed Thursday for those who are on Thursday. Happy and blessed Friday for those who are on Friday. So let's find out what is our topic for today.
All right. So in Latin voices, our topic is why more Latinos are looking for growth, flexibility, and community in today's digital era. So if you want to know why, stay with us.
Yes. So that's what we're going to be talking today. But before we dive into our topic, let us introduce ourselves. So, hi, everyone. My name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama, but currently reside in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Hello, hi everyone. My name is Yesenia, but everyone knows me as Jessie. I'm a nurse by profession. I live here in Ontario, Canada, but I'm originally from Cuba. I have my business online and a mentor.
Hello, everyone. My name is Isabel. I am originally from Mexico, now residing in North Carolina. I am a wife, a mother, a grandmother, a former educational assistant, and now a proud digital business owner.
Okay. Okay, so let's dive into our topic for today.
Okay, como habíamos dicho, how we say our topic for today in Latin Voices, why more Latinos are looking for growth, flexibility, and community in today's digital era.
Thank you, Jessie. Okay, so welcome back to Latin Voices. And today we want to have a very honest conversation because many people are feeling something internally right now. You know, they're working hard, they're responsible, they're doing their best. But deep inside, many are wondering if life could feel more balanced, more meaningful, and more aligned with who they are becoming. So today we want to talk about why so many Latinos are starting to explore personal growth, community, flexibility, and new possibilities in today's digital era. So, for that, we're going to be talking about the following points.
So, yes, today we have 3 points. The first one is many people are redefining success. The second one, the digital role is creating new possibilities. And number 3, community can change the way you see yourself.
Yeah, so thank you, Isabel. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be talking today. So let's dive into our first point.
All right, our point number one is many people are redefining success. So success today looks different for many people. Before, success was often, working a stop, surviving, sacrificing everything for work. But now many people are prioritizing, your health, their peace, their flexibility, family, personal growth. So more people are asking, what kind of life do I truly want long term? So success is not only about working hard, it's also about building life that feel meaningful. So, more and more people are redefining, what success mean right now. For a long time, we were taught, that success only look one specific way. You have to work hard, you have to go to work, you have to stay busy, survive, and repeat. And yes, that hard work, like the hard work matter. We're not saying that it doesn't matter, but in our community, knowing how to work hard, it's more like how to work smarter, but now people are starting to ask different questions. We want to know more. Is this life I really on the long term is giving me something? Is success only about my bills? What about freedom? What about my peace? What about my family? What about my time? So when we start realizing what is important for us, that is when we refine our own success. You know, we start thinking about the society is more about flexibility. It's more about having options. It's more about being present for your family. You know, it's about building something without sacrificing your entire life in the process. So that's what success mean to me. You know, I came from my family. What success means sacrificing everything. So as an immigrant, I want to redefine that. You know, I want to have better opportunity. I want to have stability, and I want to have a generate a better future for my future generation. So I start realizing that I don't need to survive only. You know, what I want is to grow. So now I can learn online. You know, I can build something online. I can connect globally with all the people around the world. I can create an income from anywhere, and that is what success meant to me. Not because I'm lazy, it's just because I don't want to work continuously hard and continue being on the same spot. I want to grow, you know, I want to control my future, and I want to travel more. I want to spend time with my family, and that's what it matters. But I want to grow a little bit more, you know, leadership, ownership. But overall, I want to be confident, have a vision and a mindset. So that's what success means to me, and that's how I redefine it. So I hope so that you can redefine your own success.
Thank you, Jesse. So Jesse spoke about many people are defining success. So what success meant in the past, is no longer what people are looking. So they're realizing, that life for them means something else, now in their life. So more peace, more flexibility, more family time, just like Jesse mentioned, they're thinking about it, what is it that is aligned to what they want in their life. So um, yeah, Jesse also mentioned success today is not just survival, it's freedom, growth, and peace. So there you go. So now let's move on to the second point.
Yes, so the second point, the digital world is creating new possibilities. And the world has changed dramatically over the last few years. You know, the way people work, communicate, learn, shop, and build businesses is evolving faster than ever before. And whether we realize it or not, the digital world continues growing globally every single day. Because today, millions of people are learning online, building personal brands, creating communities, developing new skills, and sharing their stories, and connecting with people around the world from their phones or their laptops. And what inspired me the most is seeing more Latinos beginning to realize we can grow in this space too. Because for a long time, many people believed that the digital world was only for the experts, young people, people with degrees, people born into technology, or people who already knew everything. And honestly, I used to think that too. As an, as an immigrant woman and a mother, and someone who spent more than 20 years working traditional jobs, I never imagined I would one day be learning digital skills, creating content, building online businesses, and connecting with people around the world. At first, I felt intimidated. I didn't know the technology. I wasn't confident with the technology. I doubted myself many times. There were moments where I felt behind, moments where I questioned whether I was capable of learning something completely different at this stage of my life. But step by step, I realized something powerful. You don't need to know everything to begin learning something new. Nobody starts as an expert. Every confident person was once a beginner. Every successful person once felt uncertain. And every person growing online once had their first video, their first mistake, their first lesson, and first uncomfortable step. And that's why this matters so much because the digital world is opening doors for ordinary people who are willing to learn, to grow, to adapt, and stay consistent. Not people who are perfect, not for people who are already know everything, just people who are willing to start and be consistent. And for many families, especially in the Latino community, this new digital era is creating possibilities that previous generations never had access to. Now we have access to more flexibility, uh, more learning opportunities, global connections, new income possibilities, and the ability to build something from anywhere. And that's powerful. And maybe the greatest opportunity is not only financial, but realizing that you're still capable of evolving no matter your age, background, accent, or past experiences. So I want to leave you with this today. The digital world is not only for experts, ordinary people are learning step by step every day, and your willingness to learn could open doors you never imagined possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Isabel. So Isabel just talked about the digital world is creating new possibilities. So as we see, the digital world has change and continue changing as we go through. So it's expanding globally. So it allows to many people, to be able to do a lot of things, to build buildings, to learn, to create communities and all that. So it is accessible to many ordinary people, not only experts, as Isabel mentioned. So it's all about us, to taking advantage of that and start creating those new possibilities for us and for our family. All right, so let's move on to the next point. So the next point, community can change the way you see yourself. So, for a long time, I thought growth was something you had to do alone. You figure it out, you push through, you stay strong, you don't complain. And when you're in a season of transition, especially after many years in one career, like I was, it can feel isolating. You start questioning yourself quietly. It's just me? Is it just me, or why do I feel this way? Or why does this feel harder than I expected? Many people struggle alone for years, not because they aren't capable, but because they feel nobody understands what they're navigating through. So that's where the right community changes everything. The right community doesn't just give you information, it gives you perspective. It can encourage you when your confidence drops, it can inspire you when you feel stuck, it can help you grow by stretching your thinking, and it can remind you of your potential when you forget it. Sometimes it's not a massive breakthrough that shifts you, it's just one conversation, or it could be a one live session like we have in right now, or it could be one story you hear, one person you watch grow and think, if they can evolve, maybe I can too. So I've seen this in our community over and over again. Someone shows up unsure, they listen, they observe, and they engage. And slowly, their identity starts to shift because growth becomes easier when you are surrounded by people who are also learning and evolving. You normalize discipline, you normalize the self development, and you normalize the stepping outside your comfort zone. So instead of feeling like the only one stretching is you, you realize you're part of something. And when you're part of something aligned, your self perception changes because you stop seeing yourself as behind and you start seeing yourself as becoming. You stop seeing struggle as weakness and you start seeing it as growth. So community doesn't do the work for you, but it makes you the journey lighter. It makes doubt quieter and it makes progress clearer. So here's the message for you. Sometimes the biggest transformation doesn't begin with a strategy, it begins when you stop trying to grow alone. Because when you surround yourself with the right people, you don't just grow faster, you start seeing yourself differently. And that changes everything. So that's the message for this point. And now let's find out what is a key takeaway for this topic.
We hope this conversation reminded you that growth is possible at any stage of life and that many people are currently thinking or rethinking what they truly want for their future. You're not behind, you're not alone, and sometimes new possibilities begin simply by staying open to learning and growing.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Isabel. Yeah. So that's our key takeaway for this topic. So Thank you everyone for joining us today on Latin Voices Live. And if something from today's conversation resonated with you, maybe today wasn't about pressure. Maybe it was simply about opening your mind to new possibilities. So we leave you with that. And now let's find out what is our topic for next Thursday.
All right, on next Thursday, Latin Voices, we were talking about from burnout to balance. Why more people are prioritizing peace, health, and flexibility. So connect with us next Thursday.
Yes, thank you, Jesse. Yes. So this is going to be a real conversation about stress, long working hours, emotional burnout, and why many people are redefining what truly matters in life. So see you next Thursday on another episode of the
Latin
Latin voices.
Voices.
Thank you, everyone. God bless you all. Thank you so much.
Bye.